Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Truck Guy Joe. On today's video, I want to show you a couple of things here. Number one, I did purchase a new trailer. So I'll do a more in-depth video at some point going over the specs, features, and benefits of the trailer. But for today's trip, I have to haul this Chevy service truck to an upfitter to have some accessories and modifications done for a customer. So I figured this would be an opportunity to show you the new trailer, but also an accessory that I added to the trailer itself to help make your gooseneck towing a little more comfortable. Quick walkthrough of the trailer. Meritz, it's a 34-foot gooseneck, obviously. Some extra toolboxes here. This box has the controls for the dovetail, which is hydraulic. Also the jacks are hydraulic, power up and down. Dual 8K axles with the 17.5-inch wheels. That's a 12-foot hydraulic dovetail, low profile deck. Nice thing about the 12-foot is your load angle. You have a real nice approach angle if you have to load up a low clearance vehicle. I do have, black wood on the back here just for, this is great for traction, wet and dry. And also I did treat the deck. I'll try to get a close up here. You can see this deck has kind of a nice gritty texture. So this is a clear polyurethane garage floor sealer, and I also added some adhesive here, 2 coats on the entire deck. I didn't do the blackwood portion, but this metal piece is done, and then the cleats are done, and the entire deck of the trailer. So let me get another shot here. You can see this definitely has a nice finish and some grit. So nice thing about that is traction for loading vehicles, but also when you step out of the vehicle, if the deck is wet, whatever the case may be, it helps limit the possibility of taking a ride and slipping. My previous Meritz gooseneck to this trailer was a 27-foot. I moved up to a 34. So that last trailer was shorter, and it had a 2-position dovetail that was adjustable. And so it will lock into place both ways. The hydraulic dovetail's a little different game here because of how much tail hangs past that rear axle. And it does change the characteristics of how these trailers handle and what is transferred to the truck. You've seen these before, there's been plenty of reviews, but this is basically a replacement for the factory stem. So let me just cut over here real quick. So that's just your regular, just bulldog coupler, if you will, that came with the trailer. That just unpins and comes out. The shocker anti-surge hitch basically slides into place. Your airbag, it's a low pressure bag. So you start at a low pressure, 15 pounds, and you work your way up and find your sweet spot. So you keep adding air to your most comfortable, and then you can deduct and get where you need it to be. You can dial it in, and you may be able to leave the same setting whether you're empty or loaded. You can play around with that, and that's what I intend on doing. So you've got a Schrader valve here. I have a little Milwaukee compressor that I carry, electric compressor, not electric but battery powered, if you will, and little pressure gauge so I can dial this thing in. And also what's kind of neat about these is the way the coupler works, the shift lock. You basically have a fork that's controlled by this lever here, so you basically just have your on-off, for loading and unloading the trailer. There's a grease point here, but pretty simple. But looking forward to seeing how much this will absorb some of that back and forth. That's what we're talking here is the back and forth, not so much up and down, but back and forth chucking, if you will. So let's put some cameras in the back here, and we can watch it work and see how much work it's doing for us to make the ride more smooth, more comfortable. It's easier on the truck, easier on the equipment, and should make for more comfortable driving on the long haul. So why another Meritz trailer? Well, here's the first one that I ever bought. This is a 2006. Now granted, I have taken care of it, so this thing wasn't used all winter and beat to hell. But with that said, this trailer is from 2006 and it's still in excellent shape. So I feel they build them strong because this thing has hauled a lot of weight. So this trailer, since 2006, has hauled this John Deere tractor with the ballast box, and it's also hauled some pretty heavy implements. So here's a brush hog, and then also this Harley power box rake. So we're talking, a lot of weight once you add all this together with the tractor. But these are built very well. The construction, fabrication, the welding, their paint process, they have great paint, great finish. They've just held up. This deck, I've never touched this deck. This deck is original, but it's been a good trailer. This one's an 18-foot plus 4, so I just kind of stuck with what you know. These are built in Mansfield, Ohio, built by the same family, and basically deal with O'Reilly Equipment. Sean Wendell, guys there are great. I only upgraded just because I needed more convenience capability, and I did derate this trailer to prepare for possibly getting a heavier truck, because I have a new goal in mind as far as where I'm trying to be as far as combination. All right, quick little backstory. When I bought the trailer new, I did not buy the shocker hitch with it. So I do have some drive time with an empty trailer and a loaded trailer. And I realized I needed a little bit of assistance with, dampening out that ride. So I tried moving the loads around, adjusting my tongue weight, but ultimately I said, you know what, I'm gonna get a shocker hitch. I at least have to try it. Read a lot of good reviews, watched a lot of reviews. So I'm gonna tell you it works. Now, loaded trailer, obviously the load helps dampen some of the transition to the truck. It kind of dumbs down the trailer. But now that I'm empty, there's no load on, you can definitely tell the difference. And a lot of times I'm only loaded one way, so I'm kind of getting the best of both worlds. I get some extra help on the chucking when I'm loaded, and especially empty trailer, because right now this thing's empty. It wants to flop around, hit bumps, transitions, expansion joints. So it's definitely doing its job empty. And yeah, not a paid promotion. I'm not sponsoring anything. I just wanted to give you my feedback. Check out Shocker's website, because they also make, bumper pull hitch as well. And keep in mind, this is for back and forth, not up and down. These hitches are not meant to dampen the up and down force, but more it's the chucking, the back and forth, which definitely, with roads today, you need help with that. Definitely an issue. So, great hitch, works great, love it, happy with it. I suggest buying one. If you're still with me before I end the video, I just wanted to go over a few more features, benefits on the trailer. So like the last one, I also had this one Linexed. So Jim at Linex of Erie took care of me. Just wanted to put some extra protection on the areas that get a lot of wear, stone chips. That was my biggest concern, is just areas that constantly get, road grime and rocks, gravel, stone chips, what have you. So just the front of the trailer, the box. There's 4 toolboxes total for storage. This box here has the controls for the hydraulic dovetail and for the hydraulic jacks. The dovetail is remote control as well, so I do have a remote for up and down. There's also a controller inside here. Also inside the compartments there are lighting, so when the marker lights are on, there's actually lights inside the boxes, which are nice. Makes it, for nighttime work, is kind of cool. So here's a little remote for the remote control, and this does have a built-in battery tender and battery charger to keep the battery charged for the hydraulic system. Also, the winch. So this is a Warn, that's a 12,000 pound Warn Xeon. It's mounted upside down. Where's that? Yeah, Warn. Wonderful, great. There it is. 12S. It's got the synthetic rope, synthetic cable, and they actually mounted the Warn hardware to the outside of the trailer here. Cable just hangs on here. LED work lights. There is a switch inside the box to control the LED work lights, and also a spare tire. Tire pressure sensors and tire temperature. So I had these on the last trailer. So these screw onto the valve stems, and I have a display inside the truck. This is extremely handy. Lets you know your PSI and temperature. So if you have a tire losing air slowly, losing air quickly, you can pull over, get somewhere safe, swap out your tire, or if you need to, even just add air. But it's nice to monitor pressure and temperature. So I do carry a Milwaukee, just a inflator, M18 inflator. Also have a cordless impact, other tools, inside the boxes. So if I had a flat tire, I could hurry up, get the thing jacked up, get it swapped out. Well, that's going to wrap it up. All I have left to do is a few decals. I am getting a Chevy bow tie sticker for the neck. Is also going to put a Truck I Joe YouTube logo. That goes in next week. But thanks for your time. Thank you for joining me. Any questions, any comments, leave them below. Do my best to answer them, and I'll do my best to upload as much content as I can. Take care and have a great day. Bye now.